Okay, this is going to be the next one. That's probably obvious, but I'm going to finish up sort of the sequence I started. I have a hunch that this whole shape could have been a little bit darker, but I'm not positive about that. And I want to make sure that I know what I'm working with before I start adjusting things. And speaking of adjusting things, I was trying to sort of correct that edge, and I sort of fixed some and spazzed it out a little bit too. So I came in and just drew what I hope is a better final line. And it'll be a good opportunity to demonstrate, hopefully, how by going this dark here, especially with a shape that's this dark, by the time it's so dark you won't be able to notice any sort of little goof ups and tiny shifts of value over there. But if there is a problem, then we'll deal with that too. So I'm trying to get pretty concentrated paint, but this is another reason why building up in my mind is a better way to go than starting off with something that's really concentrated. Because to get darker colors, you need more concentrated paint, and that means thicker paint. And the thicker the paint is, the less it wants to flow around on the paper. So this approach helps build up the same amount of pigment to get really dark colors, and still getting the paint liquidy enough to where it will flow around on the piece of paper. I'm going to shift around a little bit and rotate so I can really kind of address this edge that I'm wanting to make sure is okay. So this is legal behavior of rotating around your painting. That was a pretty darn thin line, wasn't it? So yeah, this is pretty dark and pretty thick, but I'm still trying to employ the same idea, and that it might be hard to see, but I'm putting on enough watery color to create some pooling paint right there. And yeah, I can tell that. Let me come back around this way. I can tell that row will likely need to be a little bit darker, and I can adjust that. But it's good to know just how much lighter this is going to be when it dries. So that's coming along nice. If I do say so myself, I was tempted to go in, but did you see me catch myself there? Because it might be a little bit too dry up there to adjust things. I would introduce enough water to mess up that little shape that I just painted, and if it's critical, then I can deal with it. So let's see. The water is off camera, but I'm hoping that won't mess you up too much. And I'm going to do my last shape for this little mini composition here. And I'm going to try to do the same thing, and that this is going to be as dark as this paint will go. And I have a hunch that it will probably, just like this, be a bit too big of a jump between that one and that one. But still just trying to learn the range of any particular paint, or just, yeah. So this shape is like this. This number 8 for this shape might be a touch small. I feel like I'm running out of paint quicker than I would want to. And if there's not enough paint going down in the shape, then once again you're going to be tempted to start pressing your brush into the paper to press it out. So here's a good example. I feel like I was running out of enough paint. So as long as I've been keeping this shape wet enough at the top, introducing enough color, if I need to take a little bit of time to mix up a little bit more paint, it won't create as much problems as if I hadn't been trying to continue to cascade paint from the top of this shape on down. Thirsty brush. This paint is making me smile. I'm just not gonna lie about that. So that's that one and this one. What I'm gonna do is let this dry again, and then assess if I need to make that one a little bit darker, and if so, I'll figure out how I'm going to do that. And same for here. But that's a great overall demonstration of getting a wide range of values from one pigment that has a large range. They can go really dark and really light. Could certainly go a lot lighter than that if I added more water. And using those in a large shape to a smaller shape. And yeah, so have fun with that. I'll probably continue to do a little bit more. I will do a little bit more. So this won't be the last of this one, but yeah, okay.